word dumb.
Yes, I did.
That you were not, in fact, dumb. Mm-hmm. That you were so intelligent that the word dumb would not even register in your intellect.
Well, thank you, Professor.
I heard some laughing from down the hall.
I'm really glad, honestly, that I can laugh about it now because in the 6th grade, it was slightly traumatizing. And I had to play it off like I was NBD, but, they had to pull me out of the talented and gifted group after that.
See, your classmates thought it was traumatizing as well.
Oh, so sorry if you went to Clay. Anyways, well, Bill, we're going to just sit here and chat all day if we're allowed to, but we got to check in with news. 9:02, and let's look at it. Brought to us this morning by Morgan Brothers Jewelers. Big fan of the Morgan Bros. Actually got a text from Mark Morgan earlier in the week when we were talking smack about dad fashion, and I made a comment about the white sneakers. Yep, he pulled them off, he rocked them, and, well, he rocked something at least.
There we go.
We wear short shorts now. Go on over to Morgan Brothers Jewelers. They got a great selection of inventory just waiting for you, but they'll also help you create custom pieces if it's really, really special. That's a fact, Jack. And here's Bill Shope with the latest headlines you need to know.
Thanks, Holly, and good morning, everyone. With high heat index values expected next week, the Salvation Army here in downtown Portsmouth will have their lobby open to the public for anyone wanting or needing to get in out of the heat. The lobby at the Salvation Army will be open from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. this coming Monday. And I have more information on the upcoming Megaload's journey into our area this coming Sunday. Now, according to Matt Bruning, a Director of Information for the Ohio Department of Transportation, the Megaload will leave Manchester at 6 a.m. Sunday morning. It'll travel Route 52 at an average speed of only 2 to 3 miles per hour. The load will park overnight in West Portsmouth before heading towards Portsmouth early Monday morning. Here is Matt Bruning.
Well, the impacts to traffic, especially on US 52 through downtown Portsmouth and on the other 2-lane routes, will be significant. Drivers, you're going to want to plan ahead. Try to avoid the route while this load is moving. These loads are 3 times heavier than many of the other loads we've moved so far. In fact, they're about 300 feet long. They're also taller and wider. In short, plan ahead, avoid the route when these loads are on the move.
Bruning also told me that the Megaload will be carrying a cold air box processor that is 23 feet tall, 20 feet wide, and weighs well in excess of 915,000 pounds. Now, due to the size of the load, ODOT is asking residents not to stand alongside the roadway or on sidewalks as the load passes by. Meanwhile, a multi-million-dollar grant obtained by the Scioto County Sanitary Engineer's Office is about to go a long way in improving the quality of life for local residents. News correspondent Nate Markham has some good news.
At Thursday morning's Scioto County Commissioners meeting, Board Chairman Brian Davis praised and congratulated Scioto County Sanitary Engineer J.P. Picklesheimer for his office's successful acquisition of a grant from the Ohio Department of Development. The grant, received through the Water and Wastewater Infrastructure Program, totals $2.6 million to be spent on projects in multiple Scioto County communities. Commissioner Davis continued his praise over one such project in Wheeler's Mill, applauding Mr. Picklesheimer for taking a gamble and beginning the project before the grant was secured, rightly hoping that those engineering efforts would better his office's chances of receiving the grant. From the all-new Mix 99.3 and Fox Sports News Center, I'm Nate Markham.
Scioto County Prosecutor Shane Tiemann announced that Gage Smith, 22 of Piketon, has been indicted on a slew of felony charges in a vehicular accident that claimed the life of 4 people. Smith was indicted on 4 counts of murder, 4 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide, as well as 3 counts of felonious assault and 9 counts of endangering children and a count of OVI. Smith was also indicted on 5 drug charges related to the incident. And finally this morning, a trio of 911 call centers will merge together here in Scioto County as Portsmouth, New Boston, and the Scioto County Sheriff's Department call center will now be placed under one roof, literally. As I reported earlier, $700,000 in state funds is headed our way for the project that officials say will save money and cut down on response times. Now, at the moment, most 911 calls a dispatcher receives at the Sheriff's Department has to be transferred to another agency. Scioto County Sheriff David Thurman said it's going to help improve response time in emergency situations.
Our office is asking for assistance, or Portsmouth is asking for assistance from one of the other agencies. We no longer have to hang up from them, then call our office or another office to asking for assistance.
Now, the new facility will be located at the site of the Scioto County Sheriff's Office. For Mix 99.3 News, I'm Bill Shope.
Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome, Holly.
And on that note, a piece of advice that somebody gave me that was actually super ingenious, to remember to not tie up the 911 line. Save the Portsmouth City Police, the trooper, the whomever in your phone, the non-emergent line. So that way when you need to call them, but you're like, okay, it's not like life or death. It's not an emergency, but I do need to call them. Have it in your phone already so you're not tempted to tie up the 911 lines, okay? Save a life. I do.
Yes.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to big person you, like.
Well, you were looking at me.
That's just speech class kicking in. Well, in other news, real quick, Bill, I did have a chance to talk to Wendy Wall this morning.
Okay, great. She's
gal.
Oh, man, she's dynamite, yeah.
Yeah, and she works with Portsmouth Connects, and they do have that wild ride coming up this weekend. And I had asked her.
What'd she have to say about it?
Well, how about this, Bill? I'll let her tell you herself.
Hey, Wendy Wall here. Guess what? Tomorrow is the 2024 Wild Ride in the Shawnee Forest. Are you signed up to ride? If not, you can. In fact, we take same-day registrations. Want to learn more? Visit www.connexmoves.org.
All right. And remember, Connects is Connex. Connects.
Now, see, you got that without a problem, but the word dumb knocked you right out of the spelling bee.
It doesn't have to make sense. It just is what it is, Bill.
Excuse me, Ms. Freud, your slip is showing.
Whoa! Jeez, well, thanks, Bill. Make a girl feel good, huh?
Thank you, Holly Gale.
All right. Well, we'll check in with you. Oh, my gosh. Well, whenever, I guess. At the top
Before
of
you
the
leave
hour.
today, because I'm on vacation next week.
Yeah, you are.
Magic Mark will be doing the news all next week.
Bow, bow, bow. News brought to us by Morgan Brothers Jewelers and Chuck coming up.
For 75 years, Morgan Brothers Jewelers in downtown Portsmouth has been your go-to location for fine jewelry, watches, and more. When it comes to either buying or repair, Rick Morgan, Mark Morgan, and Aaron are there when those doors open at 10 o'clock Tuesday through Saturday. Morgan Brothers is an institution, and they're easy to find at 739 5th Street in Portsmouth. If you'd like to check out what they've got, simply go to their Facebook page or call 353-3259. That's Morgan Brothers Jewelers, 75 years and counting.
And taking our last look at sports. This morning, our sports brought to us by Little Septic Service in the Wheelersburg. And if you get a letter from the health department saying, "Ayo, time to renew that permit for your septic system," give Little's Septic Service a call. They'll do the inspection, make sure you're up to code, and you'll be good to go. Give them a call at 740-574-2033. I'm Holly Gale, joined by Chuck Greenslate with the latest action in sports. Take it away, Chuck.
You got it, Holly. There wasn't a ton of stuff happening yesterday on the local or regional scene, but boy, will we have a busy weekend. As far as some things that did occur last night, in minor league baseball, the Chillicothe Paints fell at home to the champion City Kings 12-4. Chillicothe will host the Kings this evening at 7:05. Last night in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, the Panthers skated past the Oilers 4-3. Florida is now up 3-0 in that series. Game 4 will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Now, as far as what we can look forward to this weekend, the Reds and Guardians will both be playing. Both were off yesterday, but they get to work tonight. Cincinnati will visit Milwaukee for a ginormous weekend series in the National League Central. You can hear this evening's contest on Fox Sportsmouth AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. Coverage will begin at 7:40, leading up to the 8:10 first pitch. Starting for Cincy will be Hunter Green. Freddie Peralta will be on the mound for the Brewers. This is a really big series for Cincinnati, as the Brewers are the division leaders. The Reds are third in the NL Central standings, 7 games behind Milwaukee and a half game behind St. Louis. Cleveland will play at Toronto this evening. That'll be a 7:07 first pitch. Entering the weekend, the Guardians have a 5-game advantage in the American League Central Division standings. Game 4 of the NBA Finals will be tonight. Boston will go for the sweep. The Dallas Mavericks will host the Celtics for an 8:30 tip-off. Tonight's game will be televised on ABC. Portsmouth Raceway Park will be back in action tomorrow. On the card will be modifieds, limited lates, sport mods, and Crown Vics. Gates will open at 4 with racing at approximately 7:30. In addition to the regularly scheduled program, the modified feature from 2 weeks ago, which was rained out, will be run. That's the Cletus Classic, which pays $3,112 to the winner. The NASCAR Cup Series will race on Father's Day. The Cup Series will run at Iowa Speedway Sunday evening at 7 o'clock. Tonight in MLS soccer, the Columbus Crew will play the New York City Football Club. That'll be at Yankee Stadium and will get underway at 7:30. FC Cincinnati will visit San Jose tomorrow night at 10:30. Let's check results from the Elks Wednesday Night Golf League. The Haybaker Corporation topped the leaderboard in the Jim Tracy division. WIOI led the way in the George Heller division. The flight winners on Wednesday were Seth Dixon and Jay Hash in A flight. They each shot at 39. Tom Hoggard was tops in B flight with a score of 40. Tom July led the way in C flight, shooting a 44. Stan Jennings had a score of 43, which was best among the D flight players, and in E flight, there was a three-way tie between Jimmy Pack, Tim Shively, and Chip Malett. They all shot a 50. In professional golf, the U.S. Open is underway in Pinehurst, North Carolina. At the end of the first round, Patrick Cantley and Rory McIlroy were tied for the lead at 5 under. And speaking of golf, Notre Dame High School's annual Father Patterson Golf Scramble will take place on Friday, July 26th at the Elks Country Club beginning at 3 p.m. The cost is $400 for a team of 4, and that includes team skirt, skins, a special edition Father Patterson Golf divot tool, lunch, water and soda, skill prizes, and dinner. Registration begins at 2 o'clock with the shotgun start at 3. There will be cash prizes for the winning team. There's a $10,000 hole-in-one challenge. Whole sponsorships are available for $100. For more details, contact Matt Mater at 740-357-8653. Your Portsmouth Insurance Sports Time is 9:13. Portsmouth Insurance is a TAH benefits partner. Call Gary Duzan for all of your employee benefit needs. And that is a look at sports.
Well, thanks for a fun Friday, Chuck.
Yeah, it was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, rip-rousing, they say.
I'm ready for the weekend. You?
Indeed. I'm going full speed ahead, in case you haven't noticed.
Bring it on. Holly, have a good one.
Hey, you too.
All right, see ya.
This sport's brought to us by Little Septic Service, and we slide into the 90s at 9. It's Mix 99.3.
Since 1964, Little Septic Service in Wheelersburg has been dedicated to providing dependable septic service. Little serves Pike, Scioto, and all surrounding counties. Besides installing septic systems and cleaning out septic tanks, Little's does septic system renewal permit inspections. So when you receive a letter from your local health department telling you it's renewal time, just call Little Septic Service at 740-574-2033. From little problems to major issues, you can depend on Little Septic Service.
The Elks Country Club celebrates its 100th anniversary this August 24th with the Tri-State Hickory Golf Tournament. It's presented by the Scenic Scioto Heritage Trail, and it's going to be fun for everybody. It's just $75 a player, 4 per team, which includes your club rental, 3-period replica balls, and you're going to be playing with Hickory Shaft clubs. It starts at 2 o'clock on August the 24th. And with every hole sponsor of just $100, that goes directly to the Scenic Scioto Heritage Trail. Call Jay Miller at 285-2176 to sign up or to also purchase a hole sponsorship. There'll be dinner provided by Port City afterwards and plaques awarded to the lowest team score. The Tri-State Hickory Golf Tournament presented by the Scenic Scioto Heritage Trail, coming August 24th at 2 to the 100th anniversary of the Elks Country Club.
Whether a service at the Counseling Center, TCC is the region's leader in behavioral health care. TCC also offers a crisis center and 24-hour hotline for men and women over the age of 18 currently experiencing a mental health crisis who are seeking mental stability to begin their recovery journey.
Your WSAZ First Alert forecast. We're sunny for the most part today, then a few evening storms work on in. Temps in the middle and upper 80s, a few lower 90s here or there. Overnight tonight, those evening showers clear out. We see fog developing in after midnight, lows in the middle and upper 60s. I'm WSAZ News Channel 3 meteorologist Nicholas Snyder on the Ohio Valley's hit music channel, Mix 99.3.
Mix 99.3. With the best music variety and most fun in the morning, you've got the #1 listening post on radio. It's Steve Hayes and the Get Up and Go Show on WNXT FM Portsmouth, Mix 99.3, and WNXTradio.com. Mix 99.3.